to do it. You know, it takes a while, but you just have all of your people move there. And eventually it's your country. Now, why I think the United States can never be taken over is because everybody moved here. The entire globe is here. We are the most culturally, genetically diverse country that has ever existed on this planet. And I think that's so it's, even if everybody's trying to invade us, they're going to have to fight each other for this place. So that's part of the beauty of our design. Anyway, I got off track and just thought about the three-legged turkey joke again. It's a pretty good joke. All right, so I don't really categorize Marx as a philosopher. He was a guy that gave out propaganda, and it was a guidebook for those who would oppress them. You know, it was a book for the common man to read and say, yeah, I'm going to go fight, you know, and it's not that people shouldn't fight for their rights. That's not the point. The point is that Marx promised you everything. He'd tell you exactly what you wanted to hear, what you needed to hear to get him to do what you wanted. That's what Marxism really is. So, yeah, promise them whatever they want, get other people to go after your enemies, tell them anything that they need to hear to do it. Their goal is to get enough people in one group to determine that everyone in another group is subhuman. Subhuman. And I think the American zeitgeist is that more and more people seem to think the way that Marx see things the way he saw them, but I think it's a sliding scale. So I think we are having some in our zeitgeist, some polarization of that. But since the implementation of Marx's ideas generally end with a mountain of human skulls, I'm not a fan. So I don't want to doom here, okay? If I've given you reason for despair, let me also give you reason for hope. First, it never hurts to be stoic and control what you can control. Know what you can, know what you can't. And you also need to think about what you think about people that have a radically different view than you do. And Marx would probably tell you they were enemies. And I think that it's much better to think that some people have been radically differently informed than you have. We've all been slightly differently informed throughout life. I mean, that's the only possibility. You know, there is common knowledge, but everything is a little bit different with everybody. I got this tattoo on my arm. Let me tell you. What it is a capital uppercase E that's backwards, followed by an exclamation point. Okay, so it's a backwards capital E followed by an exclamation point. And let me tell you what that has to do with this. It's the symbol I described. It's a mathematical symbol. Okay, it symbolizes uniqueness. Sort of like everybody is different. Every single one of us is an entirely different organism than everybody else, where every single person is unique and I think therefore valuable. You know, so you are perfectly unique, just like everybody else. So, okay, let's lift things up a little bit here. Quoting another philosopher from the future this time. In the year 2199, future American philosopher Morpheus said this: "You have to understand that most of these people are not ready to be unplugged, and many of them are so injured, so hopelessly dependent on the system that they will fight to protect it. Many people are not ready for Morpheus's red pill to escape the matrix, but I believe that there are more and more of us every day now who, like Neo, are experiencing eye pain because they're using their eyes for the first time. It hurts at first, but at least it's real. And there's something to be said for that, my friends. I think in this world we really ought to take a sympathetic view and have some empathy for every single one of our human beings. On a prior podcast, I mentioned the crazy idea of actually having love for your enemy. I think to whatever degree we all strive to be better people, I think if you can try to think of people with opposing views as differently informed, not your enemy, and that a best case scenario is worth working toward. If you can have love for people even if they hate you, you can hate what they say, you can hate what they do, but if you can go through life without hating anyone else, you'll never be hiding from anybody. Nobody's hiding from me, to quote Leonard Skinner, and that may be the perfect place to end the podcast. So please visit PayPal, look up Steel Plaza Podcast. The program is not expensive to produce, but it also isn't free. And a small amount of support lets us know when we're doing things right. We appreciate all the positive feedback. I was going to read some letters, but, here one guy writes, "Put on some pants." What am I supposed to do with that? It's a podcast. It's a podcast. You don't have to. So this is Andy, Chief Philosophical Officer at the Steel Plaza Podcast. The show is Andy's Philosophy Corner. We hope you enjoyed hearing about whiskey, rebellion, revolution, colloquy, three-humped camels, and three-legged turkeys. So take care, everybody. Look forward to talking with you again real soon. Bye-bye.